Yo, if you want to know how to identify a frequent flyer, a person who's always calling the ambulance is not really sick, stay tuned to this video. I'm gonna break it down to you, the telltale signs of a frequent flyer. Check it out. So a lot of times frequent flyers are people that they call the ambulance because they rather have you take them to the hospital so that they can go ahead and take advantage of the free shelter, so they can take advantage of possibly a shower, a sandwich that's offered at this medical facility. So when you have these patients that are trying to take advantage of this, there's things that you could notice, because a lot of times, and the reason why I'm making this video is because we get patients that complain about certain things, but in reality, what it is they know what to say because they're frequent flyers. Once again, they're always in the system. They know what to say to get the dispatcher's attention so the ambulance could get there quicker. So if this person calls 911 and says, hey, listen, I want to go to the hospital because it's raining outside, he's not going to get, or she's not going to get the ambulance. But if she says, I have chest pain, or he says, I have chest pain, then obviously they're not only going to send a basic life support ambulance, but they're going to send a paramedic ambulance. So a lot of people know how to play the system. And one of the telltale signs of a person who's doing that is a person that when you show up, they have a lot of hospital bands or a hospital band. Look at their wrist and notice on whether or not they have bands on. A lot of times these people are literally 5 minutes from the last time they were inside of a hospital. They go down the block and call 911 so they could be transported to another hospital because they're no longer welcomed where they just called from. A lot of times they'll also have bags with hospital logos on it. So it'll say, like, if they're regular at one hospital, obviously they put their property inside the hospital bag. The next thing you're going to see is that they hand you a Medicaid card as if it was a credit card. Before you even start asking questions, they give it to you. Kind of like an American Express. They hand you the Medicaid card, especially on a Monday. We called it Medicaid Mondays because people spend the whole weekend drinking and then they call 911 on Mondays for basically getting a hospital checkup. Like, I literally have had patients call 911 at 3 in the morning talking about, I wanted to get a head start at the hospital because I have a cardiologist appointment at 9 a.m. So the best way to proceed with these patients with the wristband, these patients with the credit card action, with the Medicaid card, the people with the hospital logos all over their bag and all over their property, and these people with very long chronic histories, is to treat them like anybody else. The only difference is with these patients is that when you assess them, because even though they're regular patients and they're complaining of chest pain, that does not mean that they are not having a heart attack. So you could have a drunk person who's complaining of chest pain and you might think that nothing's wrong with that person, but in reality they are having a heart attack. So by all means, I'm not trying to tell you do not assess them. What I am trying to tell you is that be careful, because these are the same people that are going to start shaking to fake a seizure. And they could possibly fake the seizure so you could give them some medication, usually a narcotic, because they know some paramedics carry narcotics. So I say that to say this, my people. Once again, be a patient advocate. Treat them good. Treat them as if you would anybody else. But at the same time, be cautious, because they know how to play the system and they might be trying to take advantage of you, especially if you have little to no experience. All right? I hope this helps. Peace. Hey, yo, whether you're providing basic life support or advanced life support, your EMS providers need to be the best they can be for the patients that rely on them. That's why I created this book. Learn how to be a high-level EMT and take it from me. I've been on the bus for almost 20 years and I'm also a medical doctor. I made this book for you. I hope it helps. Check it out. The link is down below.